We've spent centuries calling the lion the king of the jungle. But if you actually put a lion inside a dense rainforest, it wouldn't know what to do. The famous nickname is completely wrong. Lions don't live in jungles at all. Instead, these massive predators rule the open savannas, grasslands, and sunny woodlands of sub-Saharan Africa. But Africa isn't their only home. High up in a single isolated corner of India, inside the Gir Forest National Park, a tiny population of under 700 Asiatic lions is fighting for survival. This small group is all that remains of a historic empire that once stretched across southern Europe, the Middle East, and deep into Asia. In fact, until about 10,000 years ago, an extinct relative known as the American lion even roamed across North America. To rule these open spaces, the lion evolved tools of pure intimidation. An adult male can weigh up to 250 kilograms, making it the second largest big cat on Earth, right behind the tiger. When a lion decides to claim its territory, it lets out a roar that reaches a deafening 110 decibels at close range. That is loud enough to be heard up to 8 kilometers away. Yet, for all their power, they are incredibly stealthy. Lions are digitigrade, meaning they walk entirely on their toes. Their front paws have 5 toes, while their back paws have 4, allowing them to quietly stalk closer to their prey. The most iconic symbol of the lion is the male's mane. It darkens and thickens with age and rising testosterone levels, acting as a direct visual warning to rivals. But even this feature adapts to the environment. In certain hot areas of East Africa, local environmental pressures have caused some male populations to evolve, with heavily reduced manes, or no manes at all. While other big cats are solitary loners, lions survived by doing something completely unique. They form permanent social groups called prides. A typical pride includes about 10 to 15 related females, their cubs, and a small coalition of males. Inside the pride, there is no single alpha female. Instead, the lionesses share equal, cooperative relationships. They raise the cubs together and perform the vast majority of the hunting. Because lions have night vision that is several times more sensitive than human sight, they wait for the cover of darkness or bad weather to launch coordinated ambushes. They fan out, drive the herd into a trap, and can unleash short explosive sprints reaching up to 80 kilometers per hour. Because they are obligate carnivores, meaning their bodies completely rely on meat, a successful hunt allows them to feast on dozens of kilograms of meat in a single sitting. They don't even need to eat every day. In dry desert regions, they can go days without drinking water, extracting moisture directly from their prey or water-rich plants. Once the meal is over, they switch to energy-saving mode, spending up to 21 hours a day just resting. But life in the pride carries a brutal dark side. Lionesses give birth to small litters of 1 to 4 cubs after a short 110-day gestation. The mothers keep their newborn cubs completely hidden in the brush for the first 2 months because they are born with their eyes closed and are utterly defenseless. When the cubs finally join the pride, the females practice communal rearing, meaning cubs will safely nurse from any lactating mother. Yet, despite this collective protection, wild cub mortality is incredibly severe. Roughly half of all cubs will not survive past their second year. When young males reach 2 to 4 years of age, the pride forces them out. These exiles form tight brotherhoods to survive, eventually searching for an established pride of their own to take over. If they succeed in defeating the resident males, the incoming coalition will often kill the existing cubs to force the females back into breeding condition. Today, the true threat to the king isn't a rival lion, it's us. With only 20,000 to 25,000 wild lions left on Earth, the species is officially listed as vulnerable. They face constant pressure from habitat loss, poaching, and human conflict. The small Asiatic population in India is especially at risk because a single disease outbreak could wipe out the entire subspecies. Conservationists are getting creative to save them. In some areas, farmers are painting eye spots on the backs of livestock, tricking the ambush-heavy lions into thinking they've been spotted. In the Swahili language, the word for lion is Simba. It doesn't mean king, it simply means lion. But through their complex social bonds and sheer dominance over the plains, they have earned every bit of their majestic reputation. If you want to keep uncovering the truth behind the world's most incredible animals, make sure to subscribe to Interesting Factverse and like this video.